Hey everyone, good morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time you're watching this. So, welcome to my little house here. So, I went to the Upper Room in Dallas on Sunday night. They have night sessions, and they also have sessions throughout the week of prayer and worship. They have them in the morning, they have afternoon, and they also have evening, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So I picked up this from the church. It is basically an issue, and it's all about who they are. This is only the second volume is what they call it. I'm just going to read a little bit about the church for you from specifically what they have in here. And it says, "Welcome to Upper Room Dallas. We are excited about God bringing you here. We are a community that has chosen to center itself around the presence of Jesus. While there are some amazing churches in our region, we believe the Lord has given us a specific assignment as a community to host God." And a little further down it says they actually began just a group of corporate prayer meeting together in the pastor now, his house, back in April of 2010. And during that time, they were meeting every week. And they were meeting at the same time, same place, every Sunday to pray. And now they are in their second location in Dallas off of Wycliffe. They used to be off of Oak Lawn, which, I mean, they're very close to each other. So the first building that they had, they actually outgrew it. And the second building that they're in now, from what I could tell, it looks like they're gonna outgrow it very soon as well. My experience there was great. It was easy to get there. I kind of had an idea of what to expect, but I had not really been or known what to expect. I met a couple of people from this church last year in the fall when I went to the Reinhard Bonnke School of Evangelism. And when I heard that Upper Room had sent these 3 people to come to the School of Evangelism to learn and grow, I was like, wow, that's amazing. Your church actually paid for you to come and to learn and to grow in your calling of being an evangelist and doing evangelism. And I just was like, I have to visit that church, and it took me a whole year to come and visit them. But it was a really great experience. The worship was very spirit-filled. It was very life-giving. They had worship for about, I would say it was over an hour, and then the pastor spoke for about 45 minutes. And worship is their main focus, where they host the presence of God, as they would say. They leave space, they leave room for him to come and to dwell among them. And most churches nowadays, they have worship for like 3 to 4 songs. Some even only do 2 songs of worship. And that could be like 15, 20 minutes maybe. And, especially some churches that are very spirit-filled, and it's just a short amount of time for worship. And I really appreciated the fact that they took such a long time in worship. They really let God just dwell in between songs and really wanted to see if there was a word that the Lord had given them. And so they have their staff, they have leaders, elders, and it was kind of hard to see the difference between if they were like a leader in the church or staff. Usually churches, like, you have a name tag or something. I know at my church we have name tags that say, what part of staff you're on or what ministry. And so walking in and just kind of observing everything, I didn't really know who was who. I mean, it was my first time visiting, so I had talked around, like, I kind of walked down a little bit because it's such a small building, and everyone I talked to was just like attending there. They didn't really know who was the elders or the staff if they were there. So that was a little interesting, not really knowing. Maybe they were back in the back praying before service, I don't know. But then getting to see the pastor come up, he was very just welcoming, like, make yourselves at home kind of feel. Let's see, their big thing at Upper Room that I discovered is the in and out. They want to come in, they want to get filled up with the presence of God, and then throughout the week they want to go out into the community and preach the gospel. They want to see healings take place. physical, if you have a broken leg, if you need healing for, if you're deaf in your ear, they definitely see God's presence manifest in that way. And they talked about it a little bit, how someone had come the week before and they were having issues with like their spinal cord and their back, and then there was definite healing that took place. I also heard a story about a man who I'm trying to remember exactly, basically it was his like immune system and it was failing, and he was on these different medications, sick in the hospital, and then literally some people come and they prayed for him, and he immediately like felt a shift happen in his body. He felt so much better, and he was in the back of the room worshiping, and he was healed completely. It just happened a few months ago, and he had been bedridden for months before that, and now he's able to be back in the workforce, and so he's healed. It's amazing to see God do miracles like that. And so that's their big thing at Upper Room. You come in, you get filled, and you go out into the community, and they want to see the city of Dallas just transformed through that type of manifestation, the healings, the gifts, being seen every day in the church, outside of the church. To conclude my church visit at Upper Room Dallas, I would say that they definitely are modeling what a blessed church is supposed to look like. They have people who come in and worship, and they give their tithes and offerings. They don't really have members necessarily. I never saw anything about that or talked to anybody. They don't really have members. They just have people who come and they're attenders, and they give, and they say that giving is an act of worship, and they have boxes, you know, around the doors to exit and come in. And so they know that God is going to bless them and he's going to provide for them, and they don't have to make that known to the congregation because they know that God is ultimately their provider. And they they see miracles happening in the church, outside of the church. They say they're a non-denominational church, which I found surprising because they're so like charismatic in their worship, or I could just see that as, you know, they're just living in another level of freedom that other churches aren't, and they are blessed definitely in that way. And so thanks for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good day.